Hello, how's it going? I'll clear my throat a little bit first before I start talking. Hi, how's it going? How's my day been? Not too bad, thanks. It's been alright, actually. It ain't been too bad. What am I making? I'm making a spoon. I'm doing a I'll put it up that way easier. I'm doing like a twisted handle on it. There's one of the spoons that I normally make, but I thought I'd be brave and do some experimenting. Carve the walking stick with a barley twist in it, so I thought I'd do something sort of similar, but a bit of a tighter grain on it. Can I have moderator? What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean. When you have people help you with your stream and can delete hurtful or mean comments, I'm alright actually. I don't mind if people want to be mean and hurtful. I'm not very sensitive. I don't really care too much what people have got to say about me. As you know, it's their business, it's their opinion. As I say, opinions are like arseholes and everyone's got one, so it don't really bother me. I know I actually like the traffic coming through my account, so the more people that are commenting, whether it's good or bad, the algorithm will pick it up that people are interested in my account. So it's not really too much of a biggie. I'm a big boy, but thanks for the offer. Hello. What am I doing? I'm sanding a spoon that I'm making. How's life going? Not too bad, thank you. It is how it is. I'm making a spoon that's got a twisted handle on it. There we go. There's the spoons that I normally make, something along those lines. Hi there. Hello. How's it going? Did I make that from a plain piece of wood? Yeah. Yeah, from a piece of ash. Started off as a tree. Cut the tree down because it had ash dieback, and we split it down the middle with loads of wedges, and then chainsawed it up into lumps. And I bought a load of them back. Got half of, well, I've got half of a log in the shed. I've got a big log out there. I've got loads of oak, cherry, hazel. I make my walking sticks out of hazel. It's made out of a big round log. It's been split into planks and then split into the size of a spoon and then carved with an axe to start off with. And then I use a knife like that to carve the detail into it, and what's called a crook knife to scoop out the middle. Or if I'm feeling lazy, I'll get a carpentry gouge out. You gouge it with a gouge, which is a U-shaped chisel basically. Hello Aidan, how are you? No, I don't sell it. I'll just give it away to friends and family. It's more of a hobby than anything. Maybe one day I'll be industrious enough to start a business out of it, but at the moment, it's just for friends and family. I might do some giveaways when I hit a certain amount of followers, subscribers, or whatever you call them on there. Good, thanks. Oh, the Chester Spoon's coming on. Getting there. I sat down earlier on and had a good go of it, so just sanding it now, making it look a bit better. Do you ever make furniture out of wood? Not particularly, no. Just small stuff, really. I'm not really a carpenter. I made a few like benches and stuff like that, but nothing special. HY, hi, is that a hi or hey or hello? Getting hot, burning the ends of my fingers. Where am I from? England, West Sussex, right down at the bottom. What's my favourite thing that I made? The most favourite thing that I've made that I've got here with me is this, which is my wizard staff. And it's got a wizard face, and his beard goes all the way around, roundy to the bottom. I like that for some reason. We're going to make some more of these, some different ones with different faces, and that's my favourite thing that I've carved so far. I quite like the spoons. So I make bows, yeah, I've made bows. I've got a long bow that I made. I've made crossbows as well. I tried to I was making a survival bow the other day doing a video. I'll put it on here because I'll use it as like an outtake of what went wrong and what I should have done right. But I had my kids kicking around and they kept talking to me and I got a bit distracted and all that. I was more worried about what they were doing than what I was doing. And I got this big piece of hazel and I started carving it out, and I was tillering it, making it nice and bendy, just shaving it off basically on the back side. And I put it over my knee and bent it like that, and the thing just snapped straight in half. So it's quite funny. Started doing a cane for my dad. Any tips on doing the twist? Probably won't do the whole length, but twist part of the top. Well, when you start doing a twist, it's pretty simple basically. I can show you on this one because this one snapped. Because I brought it in when it was wet, and you know, as you know about green wood and drying out, it can split, and this split down the middle like that. But this is a good thing to show you. So basically, what you do is you start off by carving a single spiral in like that. Yeah, you see the spiral? Carve the old single spiral in, Once you've carved that spiral in the middle of that spiral, I don't know if you can see the lines that I've drawn. You draw a load of lines so it's equal size each side. Yeah, doesn't have to be perfect because it'll still look cool anyway. And then what you do is you go along and you carve in where you've done the drawing in the middle, in between the two lines of the spiral. Yeah. So you do the carve that bit out. So you've got the two lines there. And then all you do basically, as you can see, it started to turn into a barley twist there, is you go along, it's hard to see really, and you just diagonally carve halfway through the, in between the two spirals like that. And it rounds it off. Like so. See where I've started carving it? And you just round it off both sides. Just take a little bit off. There's a tip for you, don't take too much off, just take a little bit off each time. It don't matter if it takes a few hours to do it, because you can't put the wood back on, so you're better off. But if you see there, I've started to take the edges off, and it will make a spiral basically. And that's how you do the twist, the barley twist. Similar sort of thing I've done here, but I've done 3 lines, so in between the lines I've carved lines, so it's got more of a tighter twist on it. Is the face hard to carve in the staff? Yeah and no, if you know what you're doing. What's going on with that? Oh my god, I bent the metal on that. This is going to be fun. Little tickle on there, it's fine. Face hard, God. Take little and sound the rest out. Yeah, just take a little bit off at a time until it's deep enough. Basically, just don't take too much off, because if you go too deep, you have to start again. Is the face hard to carve? It isn't. It isn't. It's one of those things. You got to know what you're doing. It's all about taking away the wood from the outside, so you can expose the face and getting the nose right and stuff like that. There's got an example of some of the faces that I've carved. But what you got to remember is you're carving a 3D object, so it's got to look good from all angles. And there's another one there as well. So if you're carving this eye is a good example, because I started doing eyes, learning how to do eyes. Have I got the book up here? There's a book that shows you. Yeah, it's up there. I'll show you in a minute. So like, this is the first eye that I did, and this is the second eye that I did, and it looks good like that. But when you go like that, it sort of looks like it's sort of slanting down. It doesn't look like an eye anymore. So you've got to try and get it so it looks good from all angles, because it's a 3D. It's like a 3D picture, I suppose. The carving. Do you know it's fully legal to practice with longbow in any English green? I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's cool to know. I used to go out to the old village greens and practice my fishing casting. People used to laugh at me and go, "Oh, you won't catch any fish there." But like, yeah, mate, but I can cast 150 meters. Come on. Sorry, I'm just checking the oven. Things going in the oven. Let's get some sugar on top of that. But yeah, with carving, it's all about little and often, just to make sure. I mean, if you're doing like a big project and you're using an axe or a chainsaw or something, I don't use chainsaws, but if you're using something like that, you can take a bit more off when you get a bit more used to it. But oh, nearly touched that with my bare hands then. That would have been fun. Run that back in the oven. Yeah, when you're doing like bigger projects, you can get a bit more brave once you've been doing it a bit longer. You can get braver with it. Process. It depends how easily you get frustrated. I don't think it's frustrating or difficult. This is a good book to get. Carving Faces. Is it by Roger Schroeder? And this will literally take you through. My mate told me to get this book because I only ever used to carve like spoons, axe handles and stuff like that, and I wanted to get into doing but it'll take, like with the eye for instance, it'll take you through step by step how to do it, different cuts, different size tools you need. If you want to carve faces, you're better off getting a set of carpentry gouges, like U-shaped gouges, like little chisels and stuff like that, because it can take it out of you, but it shows you like how to do different faces and stuff like that. I haven't done anything this complex yet. I do need to get back on it, but I'll wait until it's winter and it's really cold and dark and horrible. But at the moment, I'll just sort of stick to like little wood spirits. But it's a decent enough book. I mean, I want to do something like that eventually. But as I say, it's a decent book to have. It's only £9, I think it cost me. Yeah, ash is good for carving, man. That's what this is made out of, ash. It's I use a lot of ash because I can get hold of a lot of ash. Cherry's nice to carve with. And you look at the this has been oiled, this spoon, so this is the ash once it's been oiled. Look at the colour, but look at the colour difference between the cherry. It's hard to see in the light. Okay. And you've got that heartwood running through it as well, which is beautiful, absolutely amazing. I need to finish this actually. I'm carving a little like wizard into a bit of Christmas tree. What a nice thing to do in the cold winter months. It is, yeah, it's lovely. It's really, really nice. It's decent. I made a cookser the other day, little wooden drinking cup. That's made out of spalted sycamore, and you can see where the fungus started to grow through the tree as it was dying. All those black lines in it. I think it makes it look really, really nice. There's another one, a bigger one that I made. It's a bit wonky, that one, but I don't care. I think it looks good anyway. Little cooksters. Looks like a clog, someone said the other day. Yeah, it is a nice thing to do. What I'll do is I'll sit out in the garden and get a big fire going in this little, got one of those half-size incinerator bins, and I've got loads of wood kicking around, so any offcuts and stuff like that goes in there, and I'll get the old fire going, and I'll sit there, get my Kelly kettle out, make myself a cup of tea, and sit there and just start whittling stuff. It's lovely. It is really nice. As I say, I'm just sanding this off. It's just going to be a bit of a job because I don't want to snap the work I've done. You just like me and brother. We love all this. All these bits and bobs you got knocking around. Yeah, it's a good way to be. Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's quality. I'll take after my granddad. He was a woodsman, and he used to make chairs and footstools, and he'd make them obviously out of timber, and then he'd get that like jute rope, or I can't remember if it's made out of straw, can't remember the name of the rope, and he'd weave the actual seat out of it and weave patterns into it and stuff like that. I wish before he died I got him to show me how to do it, but I was too young and too busy going out getting drunk and all that and just being an idiot. Nowadays I would have absolutely loved to have known how to do it, but I'm sure I can pick it up. I mean, I can pick most things up pretty quick, so I'm sure if I look it up and got into it and practiced a little bit, I'd be able to do it. I just want to I think it's easier if someone shows me. Something like that, someone will have to show me how to do it. Yep, same. We're surrounded by ash and oak here. 2 seasons keep showing up saying the ash dieback. There's lots of ash dieback about at the moment. They just want free lumber. Yeah, man, a lot of people want it for their fireplaces, don't they? Oh, so I know exactly what you mean, those stalls. Give it a go, man. Yeah, I will do. I think I'm going to there'll be a video somewhere on YouTube how to do it, and I'll have to use my non-existent carpentry skills to make the actual wooden frame. But I'm good at processing wood. You know what I mean? I can. I've got loads of old planes. Like I've got loads of antique box planes, draw knives, spoke shaves, stuff like that. And I'll get a big log and I'll split it into planks, and then split it instead of sawing it, because when you split it, it's a lot stronger. You don't cut through any of the grain; it maintains its strength. You have to use specific woods for specific things, whereas there's a certain one that's good. You can, it depends on what you want to do, really. I mean, ash isn't the best one to make a spoon out of. Fruit trees are the best. It's really nice tight grain. They're pucker, like cherry, Mirabelle plums are really nice. There's a big lump of Mirabelle plum around the corner, actually, just down one of the little roads in the bush. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to try and saw a lump off of that and make some spoons out of that. Yeah, apple's good. Oak, not so much, because oak's got very deep pitted grain on it, so it's not very good for spoons. You want something with tight grain. I mean, I know oak's dense and it has got a tight grain, but it pits. It's very sort of it's hard to explain. I don't know if I can cut off a fresh bit of that. Put my knife up on the oak. No, you won't be able to see that from there. No. Yeah, it just depends what you want to do. Ash is good for like tool handles and making furniture out of. I use hazel for walking sticks, because hazel, when it dries, it's bendy and it's strong and it's got a good, you know, it's decent. It's what they used to make all the old hurdles out of, and all the paddock fences and things like that. Hazel's very, very good. Very good for yeah, making walking sticks is very good. Okay, it's like little pits. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's got like little pits in it. So when you've got a spoon, you don't want those little pits, because you don't want the bacteria going into them. Ash, you can sort of get away with it, especially if you use a oil or a wax that fills it up. I mean, it's not too bad really, but oak's on that borderline. I generally stay away from things like pine. I don't know why. It's just harder for me to get hold of. There's not many pine trees around here, and things like cooksers and stuff like that, it don't really matter too much. I mean, I prefer using sycamore because it's easy to carve. Tried to make a spoon out of poplar once. That was hilarious. Ended up snapping it in half as I was carving it. I'd avoid things like yew tree. And it's not as bad as people say it is. I know they say if you work with it, it's poisonous, but I know a bloke who makes chopping boards out of it, but he seals them, I think. So, what would be the best, strongest for an axe? I'd go with ash for an axe. I've made quite a few axe handles, ash any day of the week. Very, very good. It's shock absorbent and nice strong bit of ash. All right, mate. How's it going? L&G Explore. Yeah, ash for tool handles, man. They're like chestnut. Yeah, no, a bit soft, I suppose. Chestnut's good for like knife handles and stuff like that. I've found anyway. I've got a French draw knife and it's U-shaped, like a semicircle for taking bark off. But it's God knows how old it is. Probably a couple of 100 years old. And you can see it's been made by a blacksmith. You can see the hammer marks on it, and it's got balls as handles instead of those ones that just slip straight off your hands when your hands are sweaty. You end up chopping your fingers off of it. But it's got the little balls on it instead, and I've got a bit of sweet chestnut somewhere to carve a ball out of, but that's another job for another day. Yeah, I've got a draw knife that's about 120 years old. I think me and my mate worked out. That's beautiful. Got a 100-year-old box plane. I've got the proper old school spoke shaves. You know, the new ones that are metal, and you hold the handles and you put the blade in and you can change the angle of it. I've got one of these. I use it for making tool handles. If I can, I've still got it in here because I normally take them out to the shed and nothing here. Yeah, there you go. This is old as the hills. This thing, I couldn't tell you how old this is. I think this is a homemade one, or made by a blacksmith. But it's an old draw knife. There we go. Look. Not draw knife, spoke shave. Sorry, but that's pretty old. And the The blade just sits in it. I need to get a better light in there. The blade just sits in it. That's lovely. That is. That just peels wood like God knows. I love the videos. Tell me, were you in the army? No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't in the army. Literally love all the old stuff. Just collect them. Couldn't tell you why. Yeah, no, yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome, man. I've got a blow lamp from World War One, and you know, like the paraffin ones that you pump. I need to fix that up actually. I've got it working. I just need to polish it all up and clear out the spout now, and it'd be good to go. But that'd be awesome for lighting fires in the winter up the woods when we're doing forestry stuff. Put the blow lamp on it. Like, don't matter if it's wet or not. Don't have to mess around with a blow lamp. My mate said he's got one that they used to use in the trenches, a massive one that they used to use for starting up stoves or defrosting like engine parts and stuff like that. He said once I fix the little one, they bring around the big one so I can have a look at that. Where's my draw knife? Hey, bear with me a second. I'll go and get my draw knife. The big one. Out to the garden. Wonder if my microphone will still work. Oh, it's getting chilly now. There's a bit of a chill to there. This, get off, Mr. Spider. Oh, it's got a little bit of oh no, that's not. That's that tree mould that ended up on there. And so it's got a bit of rust on it, but it's not. It's this black mould that was on this tree. Can you guys still hear me? It's like fungal spores. There we go. Oh, I've lost loads of people watching now because I disappeared off the screen. There we go. There he is. Don't polish it. But yeah, there we go. That's the old draw knife. Probably need to sharpen. No. A little bit to sharpen maybe. But yeah, I'd say I'll give that a nice little sharpen. But yeah, she's decent. Hard to read. I can't remember who makes it now. That's it. It's Isorby. So it's got to be pushing about 100 years old, 200 years old. But that's what I use for when I do like axe handles and stuff like that, debarking trees. But I've got a French one which is like this, but it's U-shaped, which I need to. Like make the actual metal head. I say if that's the case, that's a bit out of my expertise, to be honest with you. I don't do blacksmithery. Put that bad boy back in. Let's get a bit nippy out there. Yeah, if you mean like blacksmith work, I wouldn't have a clue, man. I know you could probably get the ore somewhere. My mate made a bloomery, a Roman style bloomery years ago, out of clay and bricks, and he managed to melt down steel to liquid basically in that thing, and that was using bricks on the outside like a big giant rocket stove basically, and then he covered it in daub, not clay, sorry, he made like a daub, covered it in a daub, and he stuck a leaf blower in the side of it, and it melted still really, really well. As I say, it's more of a bloomery, so that's the same question. Done some mushroom spore prints, and that mushroom I found is definitely a Agaricus augustus, which means it's related to the portobello mushroom. It's in the Agaricus family, and it is incredibly edible. So I need to get down there tomorrow and see if there's any big boys down there that I can bring back and eat. But there's the old spore print. So you put the mushroom on a piece of paper, and you look at the spores, the colour of them, and what they look like, and it's one way of telling it if it is what it is, basically. Which is nice because it's quite hard to find mushroom apparently. Just a bit of paper around. Have you ever considered making a log cabin sort of thing in your mate's woods? We wouldn't get away with it. It's because it's on a national park and there's too many rich people kicking around who are just arseholes, basically. I don't think we'd get away with it. But we have built a shelter up there with a brick built fireplace in it, which is pretty cool. We're going to cover the roof in moss so you can't see it from the outside. Yeah, man, I know there's certain mushrooms I know and there's certain ones I don't. So I've been learning a bit more this year. I've been doing mushrooms for about 3 years. But yeah, it's a really hard subject to learn. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of research. But hopefully one day I'll get to that level where I can just go out and get all different types of mushrooms and things. I'm alright with like puffballs, giant puffballs, chicken of the woods, paracel, shaggy paracel, Agaricus augustus, which is the one that I got the other day. I'll just have to do a spore print to be sure. Hedgehog mushroom's an easy one to do. I mean, anything in the Agaricus family that doesn't stain yellow is pretty much edible anyway, but it's always good to check. Yeah, I was a TikToker basically, but it just done my head. There's too many begs on there and too many con artists and idiots. Just a kids app. It just drives you nuts. People are just really weird on there. So most of my videos are on there, so I'm gonna have to redo them. But I haven't been to my mate's woods for a while. I'm waiting for him to take me up there because it's a good hour drive away, and I don't drive. So it's. But I will do a video on it on the old shelter. We've got like a base camp up there, and then we built a shelter up there, and we're going to build some other stuff up there as well. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you've got to be very on the ball with the mushrooms. You've got to have an attention to detail. Otherwise, it could be game over. It is very, very, very sketchy. I've got a bracket fungus the other day. I think I'll put a video up. Yeah, next time we go up there, I'll do a proper video. It just drives me nuts editing it all. But I'll get up there because you go through this like ancient village basically. It looks really cool, so that'll make some good footage, some good content, and it's got a little shepherd's hut up there and everything. It's nice. I wonder how many trees we've had come down this year. We've had to do some coppicing as well, because there's loads of trees that need coppicing, and then we use the material for building the perimeter and reinforcing the sides of the shelter, because the shelter's got a wattle, like hurdle wall on one side, but it's only about that deep at the moment. We had to stop because obviously it was getting into summer and we wanted the trees to grow, and then we did the coppicing in the winter. Imagine what a bit of sandpaper does. Look at that, it's starting to take form now. Especially this 60 grit stuff, it just peels the wood off. The hard bit's going to be carving in between. Have I ever gone out hunting with guns? Yes, I have, yes. More in my younger years, not as I've got older. I've been pheasant shooting, deer hunting, squirrel hunting. Love a bit of squirrel. You have to hunt with guns in England anyway. You can't. It's illegal to hunt with a bow. No, I don't think I will, man. I'm too old for it now. I just don't. I get very distracted, especially when I'm driving through the countryside. There's too much to look at. Lucky enough to have a permission. Yeah, it's good, man. I've got 2 permissions that I can shoot on. I've been offered another one, but I just don't really go. Wouldn't mind some rabbit this year, actually, to be fair. Bit of rabbit. Bit of squirrel in the freezer. I know a lot of people are a bit off about eating squirrels, but I think they taste amazing. People think, oh, a little fluffy tailed squirrel that comes up to me in the park. I get a bit put off by it. Never tried squirrel, but I'll give it a go. It's nice. It's really good. Tasty meat. They're decent, man. Showed it with his dog quality. Yeah, squirrel's nice. First time I ate squirrel, I was about 17. They did like it. Yeah, it's good. I think it's a lovely meat. Very delicate. It's like a rabbit, basically. Very lean. American people go mad for it. They do indeed. Well, that's the reason why I ate one. I was watching. I can't remember what I was watching now. They're out shooting squirrels and eating them. It was on TV years ago, and I said to my mate about it, and he's like, "I'll come over the farm." And we're set out in the yard. They're everywhere, and we were pop up a few squirrels. So we shot a couple of squirrels, we skinned them, gutted them, took them home, and I ate them. And I thought they were really good. I really enjoyed them. Yeah, they eat squirrels over there. The old rednecks love them, don't they? What time is it? Oh, I'll send my kids to bed in a minute. Tried hare? No, I've never eaten hare. I'll definitely try something. There's a lot of hares around here, to be fair. There's quite a few. They used to hunt them with beagles years ago. When I was a kid. Very nice, yeah, I bet it is. I mean, I like rabbits. I'm assuming I like hare. I like duck. Duck's one of my favourites. Nice chatting, bud. Great channel. Catch you soon. Yeah, cheers, man. Awesomeness. Or yeah, I'm on every day pretty much. I'm always posting something or going live. Nice one, man. See you soon. Have a little bit of a trim on this, I think. Don't want to go too mad on it. I'm not making mistakes. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it, how expensive it is? What's my favourite thing to do in the woods? Cook food. Get like a rib of beef and wrap it up in tin foil and bury it in the coals of the fire. Lamb or something like that. Having a fire, just sitting there, doing nothing. That's my favourite thing to do, just generally relaxing and enjoying myself. Covered my strop in sawdust now. Is that still sharp? I think it's sharp enough. Yeah, it's nice and raising there. Right, guys, I'm going to jump off now. Thanks for watching, everyone who's still on. Awesome talking to you all. Got any like major questions for me, just leave a message on one of my videos and I'll get back to you. If you want to know anything or whatever, I'll make a video on how to do it or what you want to know. But yeah, there we go. The back of that's been done now. So I've just got to sort of finish the handle on it. Bit impractical having a handle like that, but it's more aesthetics than anything else. Right, guys, nice one. I've got stuff to do. I've got things in the oven. All right. See you later. Bye, everyone.